What's going on, everybody? Chaseontwowheels here. Today we're going to talk about tires for motorcycles because it turns out they're really important, and a lot of you guys might not actually know how important these freaking things are. And we're doing that because I just got some new tires in, going to be putting them on the Daytona today. So I figured if I'm going to be putting new tires on, we might as well talk about these things. You guys like the outfit I picked out today? I wanted my outfit to represent the weather that we're currently dealing with because it's in the middle of April, so spring, but it's freezing outside. What is happening to the world right now? So, not to beat a dead horse or anything, also can we talk about why is that a saying? Why is beat a dead horse a saying? Regardless, it goes without saying, tires are one of the most important things you can put on a motorcycle. If you think about it, a tire is the only thing connecting your motorcycle and you to the actual road. And if you didn't know, the contact patch for a tire and a motorcycle is like a credit card. It is super thin. So picking the right tire for the motorcycle that you're riding is actually extremely important. And before you go and put all types of mods on a bike, you should probably make sure you got the right tires first. Now, when it comes to motorcycle tires, you typically got three main types of tires. You have cruiser tires that are going to not wear as long, but you're not going to get the level of performance out of it, but those tires will last for a good long time. Then you have sport touring tires. These tires are going to typically have a dual compound, so they'll have a harder compound. Let me grab the tires I have. Now keep in mind, these are not sport touring tires, these are Hypersport tires. Don't worry, we'll talk about those in a second. But, you see this tire? Got a little crown and everything? Sport touring tires typically have a harder compound here in the middle and a softer compound on the side. What that does is when you're riding down the highway forever, that's where you put a lot of miles on the tire. So if you have a harder compound, it doesn't wear in as long. Then when you get to the sides of the tire, you have a softer compound, so when you hitting them twisties and you getting all over on the tire, you got all that soft stuff so you can get all of that traction. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. Then you have Hypersport tires that typically are gonna wear much faster than a sport touring tire, but you're gonna get a lot more grip out of them. Regardless, these are the tires that are gonna be going on the Daytona right behind me. Now you guys are probably wondering, what are you gonna do with the Diablo Super Corsa SPs that you have on the bike? Well, so a lot of you guys commented when I posted a video of the Continental tires that I was getting, you're like, these tires are amazing, why are you getting rid of them? That's the cool thing. I'm not getting rid of the Diablo Super Corsa SP tires that I currently have on the Daytona. What I'm doing is taking these off, and I'm gonna put them on a shelf. So that way, if I ever get to a point where I'm gonna do a track day on the Daytona, I can just throw these tires on it and they'll be my track day tires. Because these tires are probably amazing for track days. I haven't got to do one on it, obviously, because like, look at this. But that's what I'm gonna kind of use these for. So, we gonna take them off and save them. You're probably asking yourself now, well Chase, how do you know you can even save these tires? Like, how much life do you have left in them? So let me get the front wheel taken off real quick, and then I'll show you how you can check how much tread you have left on your tires. That way you can go out and check out your bike, and you can probably find the little markings. You can find out if you need a new set of tires or not. So here we have the front tire off of the Daytona, and the way to check your tires to see if you have enough tread left to keep using them is if you look inside these little patterns that every tire is going to have, Some of them are gonna have a little bump on the inside. That is basically your little warning that when the tread of the tire is equal with that bump, it's probably about time to start changing your tires out. So you can see on here that the bumps on the sides don't have as much tread left as the bumps in the middle. Remember earlier I told you that dual compound situation where the middle doesn't wear down as much as the sides. You can see on these tires, the sides actually right here are worn down way more than the middle actually. So on the middle I've got a decent amount of tread left, and on the outsides we've got some tread left, but it is getting kind of close to where these tires, I'll probably get one good track day left, because you can see most of the little markings on the side are a little worn down, so they'll probably last a little longer, but the middle patterns actually look pretty good. Now, when it comes to tire lifespan, you know, it's rubber, right? And you might be surprised to know that tires actually do have a lifespan. The majority of tires come with like a 5-year warranty. Obviously, that's gonna depend on the manufacturer, so double check this stuff with the tires that you currently have. But generally speaking, tires will last for 5 years as long as you keep them indoors, out of the elements. If you keep them out in the elements and like rain and snow and all this kind of stuff gets on them, you're probably going to really lessen the lifespan that the tire actually has. So when you're wondering about like how long your tire is like gonna last, most tires last between 4 to 6 years. That's the manufacturer warranty. Obviously check with your manufacturer first. But there are factors that can dictate how long a tire could last and make it last longer or shorter. One of those is how it's kept. If you kept this tire here in this garage, it would easily last that 4 to 6 years and probably more than that. But if I kept these tires outside, so they got rained on, snowed on, had to deal with heat, if you had to do all that, then you're going to possibly significantly lessen the amount of time that this tire will be valuable and like be able to be used. So if you're gonna buy extra tires, make sure to keep them in a like controlled area. Don't keep them outside, because you will kill the tire lifespan, literally. Okay, and with that, tires are off. Daytona is in hover bike mode, so we're gonna take these things to Mountain to get the new tires put on. So guys, before we take these tires in, I wanna give you a little money-saving tip. God, it's loud. So when you take your tires in, the shop is gonna have to charge you the labor to take the wheels off of the bike and then reinstall the wheels. So you can save yourself a couple bucks if you do like I did, take the wheels off of the bike and bring just the wheels to the shop. You're gonna save yourself a dime. You're welcome. Hello sir, I need a tire change.
You got it.
Just like that, we have tires. So here we have the old set. They're gonna be my new track day tires, if that ever happens, and the new rims and wheels. Now we gotta go put them on. Don't know if you guys noticed, but the technician that put the tires on is the same guy that helps me with Wreck Bike Rebuild. That was Brian. Shout out, Brian. You're awesome. Okay, let's go back home and let's put tires on. Alright guys, so we got the tires back in the garage, about to get these things on the Daytona. And another note about when you're getting new tires on your bike, make sure that you take it really easy the first about 100 miles on the tires. These things are brand new and they do take some time to wear in, so if you go try to like get a brand new set of tires and go street Rossi the first like turn out of the shop, you're gonna have a bad time. Trust me, take it super easy. Different tires have different amounts of time that they take to really like wear in, but 100 miles is typically like a really good amount that you can feel pretty safe with. Alright dudes, everything is Loctited and bolted down and torqued to spec. So, we are done with getting the tires on. So, the only thing we have left now to do is go to check out these new tires for themselves. But I do have a couple more tips for you guys. We'll do those when we're on the bike. Let's go check it out. Two final tips before we get really going on this thing is two things you need to know with your tires as far as like when you go and ride with them. There's two conditions that really matter: PSI and temperature. Obviously, as you ride on a motorcycle, the tires heat up, and for a tire to have the correct amount of grip, it needs to be warmed. So all that means is when you go out and ride on your bike, don't instantly go out there and just start hauling ass. Take some time, let your tires warm up, and then after they're up to temperature, then you can start progressively going faster. Now the second part is PSI. Too many people don't check their PSI on their bike. It's a very easy situation. I'll show you what I keep with me in the back of my bike, so I always have it. It's a little manual PSI gauge, no electricity, no nothing I need with this. I'm going to show you how I check it. I want to run 36 PSI in the front, and I want to run 42 in the rear. So I'm going to check those with this little guy. We'll figure out where they are, and if we need air, we got air, because Quick Trip's awesome. So let's test them. Alright guys, so as you can see on the little gauge, we have 42 in the back, we have 36 in the front. When Brian put the air in the tires, he told me that the tires should be aired up correctly, so that was more of me double checking the whole situation. But nonetheless, tires, good to go. Alright guys, so we got the PSI checked, we got the temperature going up to speed. That is a new set of tires on the Daytona. I can tell you already, man, if your bike feels sluggish at all, try getting a new set of tires. Having a brand new set of rubber gives your bike like a whole new life. Like even the Daytona, a bike that's made to be really agile and all that kind of stuff, feels so much more aggressive, so much more, you know, fluid with the movements in it once you get a new set of tires on. I highly recommend them. Obviously, I can't sit here and, you know, tell you guys what I think about these new Continental tires I got on here because I just got them on, but I look forward to checking them out in the weeks to come, taking them up to the mountain, seeing how they do, because right now I'm just got like new tire euphoria. But anyways guys, hopefully this video helped you out, and if it did, make sure to hit the like button and share the video with somebody that you think needs to know a little more about tires and information on tires. I'm Chaseontwowheels, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later. Alright, outro crew. Now, the question is, do I ramp into that truck or not? I'm just kidding, you don't get that option. I appreciate you guys getting to the end of the video, and as always, I'll see you later. Thank you, outro crew. Don't let me die. Thank you, sir. You're awesome for not killing me. Now I'm gonna choke to death.